Hello and welcome to a brand new GURPS TTRPG actual play Null-Space. I'm Luke the GM. Today we have got Everoth.
Hello, I am Eberoth, playing Unglord, a mercenary for you.
Mercenary for you.
He's very happy to meet you.
We've got Terra.
I am Tara. I am awesome. We love Tara. That's all.
We love
You'll
Terra.
find out who I play in a minute.
We love Terra. We've got James.
I am amazing.
James.
Hey, I am James. I am here to roleplay. I hope I entertain you. And if not, I won't.
Here we are now. Entertain us.
We've got Jared.
Hi, I am Jared. Complaints can be sent forward to the Canadian Broadcast Standards Council.
By the way, who you voting there for?
Cool.
Sounds good.
I said it as a word instead of an acronym.
That's what all the cool kids are doing.
Oh yeah.
And finally we've got Zwaria.
Hey, how's it going? I'm Z Warrior. I'll be playing some dude that's not gonna be here right now.
No, he's not anywhere near here.
There's my cell phone. I need to mute my cell phone.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I do.
Have some respect.
Jeez, I'm the worst.
So, this is a brand new RPG. We're going to jump right in. John Smith, you are coming up on Cerium Station now. This is the very far reaches of Sol, built into a particularly large Kuiper Belt object.
Series. I'd assume, because that's what Cerium means.
Mm-hmm. It's named, and you'd know this, Jared, seeing as you're on it right now, for the company that initially built it about 500 years ago. The Cerium Corporation, which is still going strong. This place was mined of most useful things, and then more recently it is home to complete lawlessness. Aside from the few who run it, pretty scary dudes. Keep this place locked down tight, but it's just about the only place you can walk around with anything illegal and not immediately get sent to a labor camp.
What's the date?
In our regular calendar.
Yeah.
I'd have to look that up because I forgot. That's kind of things you should know at start an RPG, isn't it?
It helps.
Just because I don't know how old my character is.
I don't know how old I am.
He could be 87 or 88. I don't know.
Let me get there, and I'll tell you. But yeah, John Smith, you're in the pilot seat right now. I could take you over to a map, and you could sit yourself in a pilot seat.
Already have.
He's beat you.
Oh, were you already on that map?
Huh? No, I just made my token and put it on yesterday.
Because he had GM powers for a bit.
No, I didn't. I just set it as my default
Oh,
token
well-
photo. So being the kind of station that it is, I'm gonna assume that there's not like a whole lot of like air traffic control.
False. You've been here before. There is
Okay.
still a procedure to be followed.
Okay, so it's lawless, but in the like organized way.
Yeah. You're still a couple of 100 kilometers out, moving at a few hundred meters per second. You've been slowing down gradually.
Okay. Yeah, I'll you know, start running approach clearances and all that shit.
Cerium.
Yeah,
44296822241. Proceed. Your docking pass has been established. Proceed to docking bay 7 at your leisure.
Serum? Or thank you, Control. And yeah, I'll go in for a landing.
Uh-huh. Alright.
I'm sure I've got some form of cargo upon the ship at the moment.
So it's 89 years after 2815, is that right?
You're the one who made the universe. You tell us.
It's 2904? It's 2904. What's the date? It's the 19th of October, of course.
Right. Okay. I'm 88.
Old guy. So the date is the 19th of October, 2904. There are still those in Sol who follow that calendar. Catholics mostly, Scientologists also.
Okay.
And
Okay.
this place, as you come in, you see quite a few ships docked. 6 and 8 are occupied as you slide in between them. Not human vessels, either of them.
Okay.
It looks like a kind of dodgy shuttle, you know, the type, ones that move people without many questions asked. Because there are very strict entry and exit laws on most human Solar Republic controlled stations and planets. Looks like one of those is just docked and is unloading its meaty cargo right now. Give me a piloting
Alright.
check, please. This place is
Oh.
narrow. You have to kind of sneak into a bit of a chasm. And then there are large barrier screens that you can slide your airlock through and line up with the floor.
Okay.
This construct still believes that we could be utilizing ourselves better elsewhere.
Just have a quick...
Yeah.
Let's have a zoom in on John Smith's face as he's at the helm there. Can you describe him to us a little bit?
Oh, actually, you could open my character sheet.
I've done that. I'm just wondering if there's anything that's not picked up there. If there's anything high definition missing.
I mean, he's really pale. Like, kind of looks like he might have never seen the sun in any quantity during his life.
The sun's pretty small right now.
Yeah.
I should have checked how many AU you're at. More than Pluto's average.
Okay. But you know, really pale. You know, in the close-up, he's probably got some pock marks and scars on his face. There is definitely like a cigarette lit and on the console, and
Tobacco is very popular.
he's definitely smoking.
40-ish AU.
40
Okay.
AU. Wow.
40 AU, yeah.
Does that mean the sun appears 40 times smaller? I doubt it.
I mean, the sun is a little speck that is marginally easier to pick out of the night sky.
I'd say a bit more than marginally, but I don't know how much more.
But
Either way, something just spoke to you. There's 2 of them sat behind you at the general controls.
Well, the controllers
Oh.
didn't talk to them. His console talked to him.
So your console spoke to you.
okay, yeah. Yes, I don't know what else useful it is you'd want me alone to be able to do. This is
This construct has procured 10 units to maintain and operate this ship.
yeah, but the ship requires more than me and a couple of robots.
The ship also has this construct to help you.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you're not giving me any good ideas on what I should be doing.
This construct still believes we should try to find archaeological precursors.
Yeah, and the deal was like on our travels, which over the last couple of years we've gone a lot of places, and we're constantly on the lookout. It's just there's not like any history book to that I super follow, and like, so it's kind of just random happenstance when we get to it.
This construct accepts what you're saying, but still believes that we could be doing better, more appropriate things with our time.
What, survival? You don't understand an organic need for survival?
This construct certainly does. I have witnessed 221 different crews during the time of operation.
Yeah, and that's still really creepy.
Where did you go? I've lost you.
He's going
Oh.
down the elevator.
I-
Or the roping, or the walkway thingy.
Ladder paternoster.
Yeah.
I still like the idea that it's like a 0G cylinder.
No, it's literally a ladder.
I'm going on Paternoster now, though.
It is a ladder paternoster. The
So
rungs
this-
move, you grab them.
The ship in
It's a
general.
ladder, our father.
The ship in general. Luke, if you want to put a picture up of it,
Oh, yes.
is not particularly like everything is not quite human shaped. Like it's been retrofitted to work with humans, but like the hallways are a little bit off, the doorways are a little bit off, the heights are just wrong. The only room that's comfortably designed for humans is literally the rec room. The rec room or the galley area on deck 13.
Everything's
So,
just a
having-
bit too tall, mostly. Like these consoles, the buttons are all at face height for an average human. And similarly, the chairs that have been installed around the control panels up top, they're like high chairs. It's like sitting in a bar stool almost.
Okay. I've probably then in that case well, actually no, I'm like super tall and lanky.
Okay, it's probably not too bad for you then.
Yeah, and I mean, I've probably also got the ship's onboard gravity, set at like 0.7 G. And
It's lazy times.
well, just what I'm more accustomed to.
Fair enough.
Like it's still a little low for.
But yeah, you can easily, without roll, success by a shit ton, poke your airlock through the grav door. What am I on about? The barrier screen that spreads out across a huge open space.
Okay.
You're at bottom center there, John Smith.
Okay. Yeah, I'll probably start unloading cargo and just keeping up with the conversation.
This unit agrees with the construct at large. Once this mission is over, we should start looking for better things to do with our time. One of them says, and the other one looks and goes, concurred.
John Smith, I'm pretty sure you're meant to be meeting someone pretty soon. Ural.
Okay. Yeah. Well, then in that case, I will look at these two and be like, yeah, whatever. Just get this cargo unloaded. The guy will be here in a little bit to pick it up. It's already bought and paid for. So take the receipt.
You actually
They'll
just
haul it
meant to
off.
dump it in the hole,
Okay.
and it gets carted off. It's all done electronically. You've
Okay.
also got a delivery coming through that hole in about an hour.
Okay. Yeah, then in that case, you two just unload it. You know where it goes, and I'll point at the hole. Be
Unit
like,
5 through 10 will do that. This unit will travel with you.
Don't you want to play? This little bunny hops over. It's only 3 feet tall. This one is like, we'll make a game out of putting the cargo away.
good. And then I will go off towards the meeting.
So that was obvious when I disengaged control over those two.
Ural, this is a pretty big station. Go ahead.
I currently, by the way, duped into his HUD.
Alrighty. Feel free to move a bunny about or anything similar if you want to see.
I duped over to his HUD.
I considered giving you control over James's token and anyone else's that you maybe duped into the hoods. But then that's like, you could just jump them off a cliff. Too much power.
Too much power.
But yeah, Ural, this is a pretty big station. I'm not sure how long you've been here. There are frequent shuttles to it. It's pretty much the first entry and exit point from Sol for anyone who's not going through customs.
Aral has probably been here for a few weeks doing small mercenary jobs.
Uh-huh. Plenty of those available. It is the equivalent of like the side of the road where ships pull up, people walk into one of the many dock lounges and be like, who needs job?
But more on in the sense of waiting for people to come to him.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, I'm sure you advertise your services far and wide. This place even has terminals in the lounges. Have I got dynamic lighting on?
No.
No. Okay. Yeah, it's not necessary at the moment. Where people can display advertisements, they also display popular advertisements for actual companies as well. This station itself is ancient, rusty in places, badly maintained in general. But safe enough that people live here permanently. There are lots of blaster turrets in strategic points hidden in the ceilings. You've seen them pop out a couple of times in the few weeks you've been here, Ural. If people start getting a bit rowdy, then they'll likely pop out and a warning will blast in the room. And then if people carry on being knobs, they get shot a lot.
How have people been reacting to Aral, what with, I don't know, the details of the attacks by the Eiters?
Fear, initially. There is an old quartermaster who does not sleep, and he's quite heavily modified. Did I get his sheet set up, or did I get distracted? I got distracted. I can do it very quickly.
You can do it.
Cut his fucking head off. come on, don't select the text. He might even be older than you. In fact, you know he is, because he told you that he's 114 years old.
Cute.
So, hey up! Again?
And what was it about him? You kind of cut yourself off.
He has been putting people at ease about you, because you were the first person to greet you on the station. I'm sure you didn't act like a usual ITER.
What, you mean I didn't start shooting people and then turning them into fuel?
Yeah, exactly.
Or other me's?
Exactly. You've come across several groups of Xenos that react very viciously towards you, though. The first time they see you in the corridors, all drawing guns and pointing them at you. That's when you first saw the laser turrets appear out the ceilings. And they were like, and you heard him blasting over like, leave Ori alone. Now then. You could stop it, put your guns down or I'll blast you.
How long ago was the most recent attack? There was one in 2835, but that was a long time ago. I'm not sure if there have been any since.
In Sol, there was an attack only 4 years ago.
Okay, so it's been frequent small stuff.
Yeah. Outside of Sol, but in close systems, there's been more active business.
Okay, so people are on edge enough about them.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. He's not actually walking over to you right now, but he might nod in your direction as he steps out of the general waiting lounge. And says, hey up! Vanguard!
Oh, there's my token, okay.
You're at the far right. Vanguard 97. Oi, you! Doc 7.
Oh, yes.
John, he is talking about us.
Yeah, I hear him.
You don't know your own ship's name? That's pretty suspicious.
I was talking to myself.
He spits onto the floor. It's black and tarry.
By the way, Luke, anything I say right now is just to John, unless said otherwise.
Yeah, the way you said it, I could tell it would just into his earpiece.
I'm just saying for future reference, unless I say otherwise, it's...
Alright.
This construct is very disappointed in this facility. They should take better care of maintaining it.
There's a delivery
Pirate
coming
out.
for you, son. Who are you talking to? I'm sure that's sub-vocal.
Probably, yeah.
It's probably not. It's better if it's not.
Yeah, actually, no, it is better if it's not. I'll just tell him don't worry about it.
Yeah, well, someone bumped you up list. This fella's in there been waiting a couple of days for their deliveries. But you've got sliders up max, mate. I don't know what you're taking. Yeah.
Yeah. Like you said, they've been waiting. I should probably go meet with them.
Alright, yeah, whatever. I got a shuttle full of some rate scumbags just pulled in. Watched them on vid screens. Oh my god. You would not believe here one of them's coming now. Look at that prick. He's going to get himself killed wearing that. And over at the far left.
Warning, this construct has detected a what is your race's name? The bad guy's race's name again?
Iter?
An ITER nearby.
They're basically the Borg.
Oh, I bet he's the guy we came here to talk to.
I have also been waiting some time.
Yeah, ran into some HSR trouble. Nothing we couldn't handle, but took us a couple of days off course. But you must be Ural,
I am Aral.
right? Well, been looking for some hired muscle. Got a job. It's gonna pay well.
And I know you are looking for quality because you sought me out. I will
Yeah,
take an
well,
equal share to you.
all right.
Why don't you describe yourself, Jared?
Right, so Ural was born a human. Then the Eiters attacked. They turned people into other Eiters. Um, replace their limbs with stuff, cover them with body armor, cover their heads with helmets, leaving just the eyes and a little slit around the eyes exposed.
I like it explodes.
Yeah. Uh, very industrial aesthetic to them. Kind of matches
Okay.
the station, actually, in a sense.
They managed to pick up some 2006 MTV just as it were playing Rammstein, and they really digged it.
A bunch of black with red highlights is the main theme of his armor. Yeah, he has. Does he have his gun on him?
Yeah, you can carry up to LC1 around without getting the blasters pointed at you. If you're holding them and pointing them at people, then the ceiling will get angry at you.
Right, and he's carrying a gun. It looks strange.
Weird gun.
Like all of their technology.
Okay. But yeah, I'll say to you, yeah, that works. It's gonna be a lucrative particular run. It's gonna take some time. And,
Lucrative financially for you.
So the way it'll work, the ship is gonna get an equal share to both of us for maintenance and other costs.
Good save.
But then you and I'll split the remaining 2/3.
It is only us then.
This construct says if you're going to include more organics, you should at least bring a few more on board.
No, I don't need. It's small.
This construct has worked with 5
J-
different
sh-
human
sh-
crews and
sh-
have decided that that groups of 2 are not enough for your social network needs.
Yeah. I'm sorry. What did you say? You're all.
Sorry.
Ural's looking at you weirdly.
Okay.
I demanded equal share, and you said we each get a third. Are there no other crew then?
Not at the moment. Actually, it'd be quarters because I am looking to bring on another. I really need a competent loader.
Very well, I will accompany you throughout the rest of your travels here.
A friendship is forged.
so far it's more like a business partnership.
Mr.
be
Smith,
like-
inquiry. Is this organic aesthetically pleasing?
No.
He's hot as shit, yo.
Yeah, I'll be like, yeah, we're getting our next load in about 40 minutes. And once that's loaded, we'll be getting out of here.
He's -2 to reaction penalties worth of not handsome in a monstrous sense.
Yeah. He's gross.
Nothing scares me.
Zombie Skyborg. I don't know where a Skyborg is. Angrel. You've stepped off the shuttle. The only place you really thought to head to was the lounge. You do sound a bit quiet now. Are you leaning back a bit far?
Yeah, much better.
Way better.
Okay.
Um,
So yeah,
You're approaching the lounge that signs say is opposite Dock 7. You see an ancient, disgusting-looking cyborg stood outside the door, spitting occasionally. Say, "Oi, you could cause trouble with all that shit." He looks you up and down.
not at this moment. But you look like you could use more upgrades, old man.
"Oh, we're plenty fine, son. 100
Until they stop.
115 years old in a couple of weeks.
Congratulations.
And I've got controller enough gear." And he kind of glances up towards the ceiling behind him, and something does indeed pop out of it and point right at you.
I just look at it and then look at the man.
That's a lovely token, isn't it?
What's this?
Not hexagonal enough.
Not hilligilligagal. I didn't mean for it to be that bad, but when I'd started going bad, it just spiraled. He just goes, he stares you down while you're looking at it. Spits again. And then goes, and it disappears back into ceiling. And he's like, "Don't cause no trouble or we'll deal with you pretty fast. No matter how much you've got to put in between you and the beam. No one can survive the beam."
Just getting a contract. Nothing else.
There's plenty of contract boards in lounge. It's a bit busy in there at the minute. A bunch of people waiting for cargo. But you, these vendors, these seats, you have yourself a good time, yeah, son. So what are you looking like at minute, Angrel?
Right now he's not in his suit.
Hmm.
Not sure. Well, I'm not sure because you said it was going to send a
I
lot
guess-
of alerts.
It would normally. I did kind of just RP that as if you were in your suit, though.
Oh,
So sorry
if
about
he's-
that. You
if
would.
he's wearing the suit, then it would be different because he's also carrying the shield and the axe.
Yeah,
on the back.
exactly. That's why he looked you up and down like that.
Yeah, so he just lets him go for now. He doesn't want to put that beam to the test. Doesn't even have a head, so he doesn't care.
Uh-huh.
So he's gonna go all just here to see if there's any bounty hunt contracts.
There's like any other screens you can walk up to and start interacting with. Have you got computer operation?
No, I just have search.
Search. Oh my god, roll me IQ at like a -5, please. Yeah, no, you're a bit overwhelmed
it
right
off.
now, kind of lost.
Okay.
Up until now, I'm pretty sure you were living on a very basic, almost Amish colony.
Uh-huh.
They
Yeah,
had
basic
access to battle suits and other bits and scraps and pieces, but that were about it.
All right.
You've been allowed to live this way for religious purposes for so long, but I'm pretty sure something bad recently happened to you that meant you couldn't live there anymore.
Correct.
Yeah. And so now you find yourself in this new strange place. And you've
He's
just
looking
walked
for a job after losing his previous life.
you've just walked right up there to that screen that's got these 3 really scary looking people stood around it and 2 equally scary looking people sat on a bench.
Yeah, he just ignores them as if they were not there.
Okay, so as you walk past, this fella looks at you at first, eyes you up and down. He's wearing a full high-tech cyber suit. You've probably seen a few like it on the shuttle that you just flew in on.
Mm-hmm.
But this one's got lots of bells and whistles on it, and he's got a pretty strange-looking gun as well. They've all 3 of them got different weird-looking guns. This
Are
bloke,
they a mercenary?
they look very merkish, yeah.
So they might know my bad reputation, right?
Potentially. Oh, I've not got myself a 3d6 macro set up yet. What a noob.
Well, if they have to roll, they would be at -2.
What? Are you talking to a cat?
What? I yawned.
Oh. It sounded like you said what in the middle of your yawn. It was just a, yeah. Sorry, I'm just setting myself up a 3d6 and a 1d6 macro.
It's a 7.
In bar. Test 'em. They work. I also need a GM 3d6. Technical intermission.
This construct believes we should be meeting with someone other than this creature, correct?
You
Yeah.
all 3 of you would have just noticed that happening right there. He was wearing a pretty old but still military grade battle suit, full battle suit. He was carrying an axe that was as tall as him in one hand and a shield in the other. The shield were fancy looking. A
There's this
physical
sort of-
shield.
There's this sort of every time he takes a step.
Yeah.
Okay.
James, go ahead and ask your question again, and also note that you might want to change your Roll20 name.
Oh, yeah.
You should
I
change
will-
who you're talking as at the bottom, because then it'll show your character portrait as well.
Oh yeah.
You don't have to. Just suggest Gion. I could talk
What-
to anyone I want to.
I will. I look over at you're all and just well, we got some loading stuff going on. Can I buy you a drink?
He just stares at you. You notice that he's kind of got a full lower face mask thing that doesn't look like it comes off.
Yeah, you can't really see where you'd put the drink.
Get you a straw.
We can go there. See what they have to offer for heavy lifters.
Yeah, that guy that just walked in. I bet he could be useful.
You have yourself some fun, lads. I'm gonna go check where other new arrivals got lost at. Watch out for that prick in there. Give us a shout if he's doing out, yeah. Ugh.
Okay.
It's Dorota.
Yep, you will
Okay.
see someone you recognize stood right there. You will also see that he's standing up right now. I was gonna say,
Luke, I just did a uplink search on as many people as I could on this room.
kind of need that before the roll, but okay. Uplink search. You want to see places where there's potential.
I want to get scans on as many people in this room as possible.
Oh, that would actually be electronic operations scan.
What kind of scan?
Like I'm doing an inquiry about.
You like checking the Wi-Fi. You're like,
Yeah,
looking what Wi-Fi's are available, public or not, and yeah,
I think what
computer.
she's saying
No.
is she's checking a database against faces and stuff.
yes.
Okay. Yeah, there's quite a few interesting people in this room. But that is Dorota. Non-human. He's a Xeno. Get to his sheet.
Space pirate. / smuggler.
Yeah.
I was rather brief with the description there.
Yeah. Has anyone got xenobiology? What's the skill to know this? Area knowledge of some sort?
I'd say area knowledge could probably work.
What's that default to?
IQ at like -10 for...
But I'd just go with biology if you're defaulting.
I don't think I have biology. I don't care about you meat sacks.
Rude.
Well, then what's biology default to?
Xenology, expert skill.
Oh, never mind then.
IQ minus a lot, a bit, a fair
Well, here's a
bunch.
straight up. I failed.
Wow, yeah, you did. That's amazing. Some kind of alien.
And keep in mind, it's an ultra scanner, so there's a lot of things you can scan for.
But either way, his face pops up and it tells you what kind of fucking alien it is right next to his face.
Okay.
He's a Razna. They're very similar to humans in appearance, except they have a reddish skin tone. Reddish is very red. They also have no nose on the face, but they do have gill-like formations on the cheeks, which is where they breathe. We breathe here.
And if you zoom, you can see that I creepily removed the nose.
And added gills. Yeah. It's creepy. Dorota is also wearing a bunch of armor, but he's not got his helmet on. His helmet is in the lap of this lady sat right next to him, who it pops up in your search that I assume you're showing to John Smith.
Anything I think is relevant. So tell me first, and I'll let.
The Visby. Known all other space pirate.
I will definitely relay that information.
Human Solar Republic does have bounties on their heads. Problem with HSR bounties is that they'll also arrest you when you bring them in, probably.
I was just about to say, the people who collect them probably aren't the ones who can turn them in.
Yeah, exactly. It's more information leading to the arrest of, and you got to have things like an address to get those.
Do not hire Dorota. He is untrustworthy. A traitorous scoundrel.
He's stood up and squared off with this new guy with the axe. And he's talking to your new guy with the axe. And he says, "Oi,
Okay.
screen's taken, pal. Back up, there's plenty of others about."
He is saying that to him?
Yeah,
Okay,
he's saying it to you. He's right up in your face. You can see he's got a huge red sword.
I don't have bad temper, so I cannot do that.
You are stubborn though.
Stubborn. Yes. Do I need to roll for stubbornness or just roleplay it out?
It's 3d6, but you can just roleplay it if you want, and be like,
I came here and you were not using it. Do you really want to square off?
he just kind of raises an eyebrow as you notice these guys all turn around.
Doesn't have eyebrows.
No eyebrows. He
Raises his eye thing.
he twitches an ear.
Luke, while this is going on, I assume these are like vending machines. I don't see an actual bar.
Correct. It's just vending machines and lockers that you
Alright.
can use.
I go up to one of these vending machines and get a drink.
These guys kind of they're a bit more polite. They do step out your way as you're getting a drink from the vendor.
I'll nod. Thank you.
It's a typical nano food paste vendor, slightly modified from when it were. In fact, no, this thing's old as balls.
Why would Mr. Smith want to eat out of this dispensary when Vanguard 97 has a full aquaponics on board?
I'm not getting a meal, and then I hit the button that dispenses beer.
There are a couple of buttons that have had, like stickers put over them, and someone's written on it in a Sharpie. There's
Okay.
Beer, piss beer, I assume.
Yep. There's also Wiki.
Second being Coors Light.
Wiki.
Mr. Smith, this construct advises against you drinking that. I had several members of human crews die from liver failure.
I'll like shrug and take a slug.
These people to his side who kind of like move up a bit and they're having a bit of a conversation. They also popped up. They are technically a legitimate crew though, apparently. With that.
You mean no one knows what their game is?
Ooh, they've got HSR licenses. You find a couple of them immediately. Elron Bernardus, who did mutter something to... I nearly called you Colton Murphy. John Smith. He kind of just went like, oh, sorry. But he's apparently a miner. He runs a mining vessel. He's licensed by a company. Someone give me a company name quick.
Gear Tech.
Gear Tech.
Did he make any of the signs where he recognized me?
What's my role need to be for that? I'm pretty sure he did not, though.
Acting to not
For his
have
reputation.
Oh, you just roll against whatever the frequency is for the reputation.
Oh, okay.
You either buy it all the time, half, third, quarter, etc. It's usually those 1 over something fractions.
Yep. And no one in here has recognized you, you don't think?
Okay. Cool. Well, I have a drink.
But yeah, the people he is with are Zai, who is the owner of the ship, one of the human ships that you saw on your way in. I'm guessing you were scanning them as well, probably.
Oh yeah,
Give me
I
a-
scan everything.
Give me a retroactive sensors, please, for that one. Yeah.
By 5.
Yeah, that's enough to read the number plate. And also, the person they're with, though, is another noted person with a bounty. Someone called Certas. Do you like that? I actually named him after a real company. Don't sue us, please, company that does very specific insurance policies for houses under British laws. Like,
I didn't realize that part. I just thought certified asshole.
yeah, that works. But there is a company. They provide insurance for things like if you've got something in your deed that says you may never build a swing set on this garden from a conveyance dated like the 1st of March 1982. Not 1982, 1892. I've seen shit like that. Also, if you've got a leasehold house in the UK, sometimes you'll have something called a peppercorn rent, where every year you're meant to pay the leaseholder a peppercorn. It's meant to mean it's free, but the leaseholder could legit come and collect his peppercorns if he so wanted. And if you didn't get him, then eventually he could kick you off his land. But yeah,
British laws are weird. Anyway.
Digestion. That's my life, people. So yeah, a couple of allegedly legitimate people and someone regular. There's a bunch of people in cyber suits that you could not get a scan on. Not enough information. And
Cool.
closed systems.
And what's happening with
Yeah, the fight up there.
Angrel and Dorota?
People are pointing guns. No, they're not. They're just being menacing. And he's just like, I'm using this screen. Now go use another one.
What? 11. That's a
pass.
You can also, if you're rolling against some disadvantage, just click the dice icon in the disadvantage.
Yeah, I forgot about that one. But yeah, if I pass, then I guess he's gonna go right to his front. He is gonna press his left arm against his left shoulder and literally toss him as hard as he can as he walks past him and into the other screen. Just yeet him out of the way.
You're gonna legit try and shoulder check him.
Not shoulder shake, like with the mechanical arm, just hold it by the left shoulder and then just remove it from his sight to the left as hard as he can.
He's doing the asshole pass.
Yes. Like, get out of my way.
Luke, I didn't finish putting all the armor in the Dorota sheet, but I have it here if you need it.
I don't think I do right now. But he is wearing very fancy armor.
It's DR60.
It's not as fancy as that battle suit, but it's fancy. He steps out of the way pretty nimbly.
Okay.
But also slowly and deliberately. And as he does so, he forgets all about you.
Okay. He's just gonna walk to the next one.
What is this shit that just walked in this door?
I believe he is referring to our new companion. Or this unit believes he's...
Well, thought I smelled shit. Figured it was that Catholic nut job. Clearly just you.
Friend
Got
of yours?
myself a new job.
Oh,
We
really?
don't need a former slave like you.
What are you then? The former that happened to you is still visible on your face. I ain't got time for this.
It's not what happened to me, it's what I am.
He scoffs.
Now get out.
Don't hire this prick, he's an idiot. What's your job?
I got me a security specialist.
I'm gonna flash the bounty. Is this guy had bounties on him, right?
Yeah, he's got quite a few bounties.
I'm gonna flash the bounties on the screen and say, "Do not hire."
I'm gonna start like listing some of the crimes. Just like
Murder,
as they're flashing
piracy.
in front of my head. Well, I mean,
Is this
Like-
a job description?
if it's got names, like murder of X person, murder of, you know,
Dates, but not names. But you can definitely say like murder X X X X X.
They're going back 40 years, by the way.
okay, yeah, I'll start doing that.
This-
Like,
Where do you start? How is the
I'll
list
start-
ordered? Newest or oldest?
Bounty level worth.
Probably newest first then. Just be like, are you a fucking narc?
no, just found it interesting.
'Cause this ain't no station for grasses.
Inform this construct wishes you to inform him. We do not hire criminals.
Well, then I'm right out. God damn.
Oh, what? Come on, Visby.
I don't like how you're making me agree with Dorota.
No, I'm sorry, I wasn't talking to you.
Are
No,
you
this Dorota guy, he's obviously a total prick. We don't want him.
shoving the donk pocket in your mouth?
I'm not a narc, I'll explain it to you later.
I'll see you soon. I'm sure, Oral. Him and his cronies are leaving
Gladly.
before you all get shot by ceiling blasters.
This construct suggests we finish our contract, our shipment here, because we were supposed to meet them, right?
No, the shipment that you've arranged is just being delivered to your cargo bay.
Oh, okay.
You need a heavy lifter? Find that man. He stood up to Dorota.
Can I get a fix on him? Bioscan? What is he?
Is a human. Oh wait, this big
The new
guy
guy.
who stood up to Dorota.
Yeah.
Yeah, human, smelly, dirty. Got a lot of metal on him. Wearing a battle suit, military grade. They'd send like a jet after him if he stepped on any HSR territory.
He does have pretty big, bulky lifting arms, as if he was on a farm his whole life. Or just lifting
All we
heavy
see
stuff.
is giant armor.
Oh,
Yeah.
not sure if you get like the picture inside the helmet as you scan it.
No,
like
I
the
don't have
picture of the
X-ray or
person.
anything.
Oh,
Or I guess I kind of do. I have bioscanning.
did that work?
Nah, not really.
Yeah.
He is indeed made of flesh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you're not using all the like sealed and other functions of your suit right now.
No. It's just the suit right now because I'm not needing them.
What kind of make of?
Make the battle suit.
Yeah, like what year? Or need me to roll armory or something?
It's a couple of 100 years old at least. But yeah, the kind of stuff they were developing around the Second Martian Wars.
That human's armor predates the first contact.
I'm pretty spacery. Do I? Let me see if I can.
Oh yeah, give me one of your.
Determine his worthiness for the job?
Well, I'm just trying to see if there's anything about him that I recognize, but for some reason, I'm not seeing any skills that are going to help me with that.
Area knowledge.
Yeah, I didn't take it.
There's way too many areas for area knowledge.
You can
No,
get like if you add Sol, or no, I'd divide Sol into two really. There's whole rules
There's
for
always
it
just
based on
larger
the
region,
size.
though.
Yeah, larger
And then you
regions.
just pay for a penalty for how off you are from your
Yeah,
when you.
bam.
yeah. Then in that case, I just kind of come up to the table over here. And...
These are long benches, by the way.
Oh, okay. Then I will.
This room was clearly once a kind of miners' lounge waiting area where they'd gear up. Like the lockers have been modified to be pay lockers.
Okay, yeah. Then in that case, I come over here. I take a seat. Hey, big guy, how's it going?
Uh, he's gonna look at you through the table, almost like, "How are you doing?" And then look at you like you look a little bit fancy with that hat and everything. That's what I'm getting from your character.
Fancy. Cute.
So he's gonna be like, "Just looking for a job, sir. Nothing a man can find here so far. Do you have any offers?"
Yeah. You look like a big, strong guy. I could use a cargo loader.
Just a cargo loader.
Well, how good you with that axe?
I'll attack the table.
Probably a
The bench.
bad idea.
I cannot like let it fall on the table and see how it chops in half.
It would chop
That
in
would
half.
be a bad idea to
Get
vandalize.
Yeah.
Shot.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's just gonna motion to it by moving his head upward and say, "Pretty good. You want me to swing it, or?" And then just kind of look at the turret placements.
Not yet. But I mean, your primary function on the ship would be, you know, working in the cargo bay, moving heavy boxes.
Sure. What's the payment?
We got a pretty lucrative job coming up. What do you say, 15%?
15. I'll do it for 20 and whatever thing I claim for my own.
Unacceptable.
Deal.
And he'll shake your hand with his big mechanized thing of a hand.
Great. We're in Dock 7. We're expecting a load of cargo any minute now.
That's true.
That
Sure.
contract was not very sound.
Sure, I'll take care of it. And he'll start heading over there to take care of the cargo. Oh, that's one second.
There's probably a really cute argument going on in Dock 7. You never showed a picture of them, by the way.
Oh no, I didn't. That's true.
I am going to go and grab my things. I will meet you here shortly.
So these things
Excellent.
were released about 20 years ago. The equivalent of the newest version of the Robo Sapien. Well, not the newest anymore, but these
Although
ones
it
have
was
been modified a bit.
modified.
And it's so stupid. They bend if you put them in your back pocket.
Warranty
down.
is voided. That one
Sorry,
That
I
one
think I
broke.
heard that one wrong.
Broke Angro. But yeah, the cargo is starting to arrive.
Excellent. I will start packing it away.
You start packing away that cargo.
Giving orders and everything.
Roll me packing.
This
Or
might be crewman.
yeah, crewman. That'd work. That works for me.
The freight handling that I just rolled doesn't count.
Freight handling. That's the one. Yes, it does.
Oh crap! I forgot that was a skill.
Yep.
You might want to add that to the. I think
Yep.
they have 1 point left.
Packing is for like putting it on horses.
Yeah.
It's been so
Yeah.
long since I had to handle freight. My first
What?
GURPS game I played in, I did a fair bit of freight
Digby.
handling.
Edward Digby.
Mm-hmm. What a lad.
What is freight handling? String average?
It's an IQ easy skill, maybe average.
IQ average.
We got a page number.
But I
on
mean,
it?
I'm giving you orders. You're pretty much just a strong back.
Yeah, you
Oh.
don't need to roll anything other than anything to follow the orders.
Alright.
Tiny box.
I just had two. I left 2 points left for what you call it, the units, because I knew I was gonna miss something that would be useful for day-to-day operations on a ship.
How heavy is that thing?
2,000 pounds.
I'll carry it over my back.
Wow! It jumps and lands on top.
I still carry it.
Another one goes, wow!
Good hire. And then yeah, I figure we get everything loaded.
Boop, boop. It's just spitting them out now. They're like piling up. An alarm starts blaring. Jam in. Unloader. Jam in. Jam. Loader. Wow. And it's just like, it's a game.
How much did you say they weighed?
2,000 pounds. A couple of these are working, it seems.
I
The-
assume we have some kind of like grav lift.
You do have access to a tractor presser beam, which you can use to manipulate this. And these cargo carts do actually have a button on them. The containers, you press it on and they float.
Oh well, yeah. They're
About
my
a foot
little.
off the ground, you can poke them and they whoop.
Oh, that's
Whoop.
fair.
The
so,
units can definitely handle that.
so yeah, as you're carrying one over your back, Angrol, with about 5 of these rabbit toys dancing on top of it. One of them's playing techno music, while the others just break dance. A couple of them are just pushing it along, going like, wee. We bring home the shopping. We're back from the store.
Well, in any case, I assume we get everything loaded. Your
Yep.
all comes back
Mm-hmm.
to the bay.
Oh, did it all go and do some business? You have to go and do a robot poop and eat some robot food.
He went to grab his things. Now he's grabbed his things.
That's lewd. Things have been grabbed. Cargo's been unloaded. I think we're at a good spot for a break. Any disagreement?
Nope.
Nope.
No.
Then we'll be right back in 5-10 minutes. Burp. Welcome back to more Null-Space. Cargo is being loaded.
Yeah, I mean, I figure like we'll get the cargo all stowed away and secured, and like once that's done, I'll be like, all right, time for a tour of the ship.
Welcome aboard. This construct is pleased to welcome the 221st crew onto the Vanguard 97.
How very reassuring.
You know, I said the same thing. Anyhow, y'all should meet Construct. I just call her Construct. She always seems to refer to herself that way, so. But
This
don't mind her.
construct has said on multiple occasions. You can call this construct what you would like. This construct has had many names over the years.
I just go with Construct.
We're hungry. It's food time. Can we plug in?
And then yeah, I'll just be like, if you guys want to follow me up the ladder.
Please. Please, we're hungry.
Proceed to charging stations on levels. On decks 17 through 14.
Thank you. What do they call you?
What do they call me?
Mommy.
Oh, that's too creepy.
That works.
I thought it was cute.
Poppy? That's a bit creepier if you want.
Pep Pep. Ship Vanguard is Pep Pep. Thank you, Vanny.
How about just Van?
Vanny.
Anyhow, yeah, I'll give you a quick tour of the ship.
It quickly becomes clear that these holes are just barely wide enough for you to fit up in your battle suit. Also pretty difficult.
Oh, those tubes would be a jerk
Yeah.
in the battle suit.
You start going up quite easily. But as soon as Angrol grabs hold of it, he moves about an inch, and then it all stops. Construct it's because it's about to collide with something.
Aral starts climbing manually.
As Angrol kind of adjusts himself, wondering why it stopped, it starts moving again.
Oh, he's gonna start climbing on his own.
Please pull closer into the mover. Please pull closer into the mover.
It keeps
He moves closer.
stopping and starting. As you hug it, it just moves smoothly.
Oh, okay.
What form of technology is this?
You know, I've looked into it. I'm not entirely sure who built this whole thing, but
You think
Construct. Who constructed
AI has
you?
been welcoming.
Did you
That
catch
information? Yeah. I'm sorry. I cannot comply with that information. Thank you and have a great day. Or this construct cannot comply to this. Third person. Third person.
But I've been using it for. It's been my ship for a few years now, so.
It's safe.
It hasn't let me down yet.
It's not going to go all HAL on you.
Never seen a ship with this design before.
This what?
Design.
These- Like an upwards. He means an upwards design instead of a horizontal.
Uh, most HSR ships are built like very long, flat things.
Star destroyers.
Yeah. Whoops. They're not triangles. They aren't pizza slices.
The Vanguard series is designed for optimal modular adaptability.
Yeah, I'll point out, hydroponics. We got the galley. Help yourselves. You get free reign, and then be like, the next 4 decks are all quarters. You can have whatever room you like.
By the way, Luke, the charging stations are those little, like, in between the room bits.
Aha. That makes a lot of sense.
That is robotic stowage.
Stowage sounds like a kid saying storage.
Stowage. We go into stowage now. New.
But yeah, tour the ship, and then I'm gonna go.
Anything above deck 20 is not suggested and is dangerous.
Yeah,
And this is the bridge then.
yes, this is the bridge. The next 2 are engineering, and then everything above that is the ram scoop.
The ram scoop.
Not a very good place to be.
Wait, does this ship has ramming speed then? Like it.
I just like stammer out the start of a few sentences and then just like shake my head and walk into the bridge.
Shall we discuss our mission then?
Yeah. So we just loaded a heap of very valuable and illegal goods. What was the pay for this job? Was this like somebody's paying me to transport cargo, right?
You've been stocked up on life support necessities and given a small fund of 5,000 Sigma right now. I should give you all a handout that you can all edit.
How much when he reaches the destination, though?
That varies. The market's unpredictable. Guaranteed to be at least a fair bit. I don't think it's
Okay,
been
wait.
fully negotiated.
So I have to get there and sell it?
They're selling it at that end, but they don't know how much they're going to get, so they don't know how much they're paying you.
Okay.
At least 20k, you believe. At least 20,000 Sigma, including a bunch of other stuff.
By the way, I'm going to give it a quick scan on the way in, just to make sure that is actually what they're...
What do you expect to be transporting?
Would this be security or sensors? Duke?
I'm deciding. Depends what you wanted to do. If you wanted to,
I just want to make sure if it's not like we're actually getting supplies and it's not supply potatoes top layer with like bombs underneath.
the things that are ship's supplies are in openable boxes. There's no like security tags or anything like that on them.
But I want to scan the boxes.
Yeah, inside them, you kind of mean.
Yeah.
A lot of them are shielded from kind of that, but yeah, it'd be sensors. What kind of sensor are you using for it? What's that one that James has got do?
Wide spectrum.
That doesn't really sound useful. Well, I suppose X-ray, I guess. Wait, is it passive or active?
I believe it was an active scan.
Good, because if it was passive, it'd be kind of lame.
Yeah.
By 7.
You could see, yeah. There's a couple of boxes that are shielded. You can't tell what's inside them.
But there is definitely hidden stuff underneath the other stuff.
Well, you just don't know at all what is in this box on the bottom, and
Okay, cool. I don't need to. I just wanted to know if there was any discrepancies. Thank you. I take note of that.
but in the other boxes, no discrepancies.
Okay. So the one on deck 1 is the weird one.
Deck 1's weird, and also middle on deck 2 is weird.
Okay. We will have to do a more close inspection later on.
But yeah, I will, relay. So I got 5K now for expenses, and at the end of the job, we will divide that amongst us, and then 20K, give her a roundabouts when we get to what's our destination?
Yeah, maybe bring up the map real quick.
Boop. Get to Sol. Where the fuck is the middle?
In the kind of century part.
Yeah, that's usually where they put it. So your target is 43 Beta Comay Berenices.
Okay, and how far is that?
Pretty far with the hyperspace jumps we need to make.
Yeah, these are HSR registered, or like, those are the legal exit points from Sol if you're using and that scale isn't quite accurate, I don't believe. And also this map is in 3 dimensions, but the numbers are the coordinates on the XYZ axis.
Okay.
You can potentially plot a course to fly straight to 43 Beta Comay Berenices and depart Sol illegally.
Yeah, I mean, my plan was to depart illegally.
Your first step is always to depart the solar system entirely. Leave the... there's a high pressure wave where solar particles combine and expand out. And you need to be outside of that to jump anyway.
The solar wind?
The solar wind. Not entirely outside of it. It stretches for a pretty long distance. But you need to be beyond where it kind of gets turbulent.
Okay. Yeah. Illegal is my goal, so you want me to roll what, hyperspace for
Navigation.
Yeah,
navigation hyperspace.
navigation, hyperspace.
The character sheet.
Are you planning on connecting to a highway?
No, I know a route. I plan on doing this less of without the main governing body knowing anything about it.
What I meant was connecting to one partway through.
I mean, Luke, what's the route that I got look like?
Usually a straight line, but in this case it probably would be more efficient to join an existing hyperspace lane,
Okay.
or at least approach it. There is also usually really good salvage operations alongside those in various places.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Potentially more money to be made
Salvage is always good.
on the way, salvage and whatnot.
Anyone got area knowledge for relatively close solar neighborhood or hyperspace lanes around Sol or anything like
Outer
that?
Kuiper?
Outer Kuiper would work. Give me that at a -4. Success on the nose. Yeah. It's kind of a pretty big practice to either depart Sol illegally along the really long 4 parsec month-long journey to LaSalle 8760, and they kind of fly
I want to say
alongside it.
Lakai?
Maybe if you Google it, these are real stars.
Yeah, Lakai.
Lakai.
Lakai was a French astronomer. He studied the sky at the Cape of Good Hope.
All right, I don't need to learn anything while we're here. This isn't school.
Also, Luke, remember about my unusual background. I do have 9 lanes. I don't know if you want to draw them on the map.
We should at some point. Unfortunately, you don't have any that connect directly to Sol.
Okay.
But I will get that done before next session for you.
Yeah, because I got 9, and you said each one is approximately like 50 parsecs.
Now, I'm going to reveal just how dumb I am. How can you figure out the distance between something based on the Cartesian coordinates? So, like,
Oh,
Are you
it's
wanting 3-dimensional or
triangle.
2-dimensional?
3-dimensional. If Sol is all zeros and Beta Comae Berenices is 0.5, 0.5, 9.1, how far away is it?
You just do the math for a triangle.
How'd you do that? Triangle. What's a triangle?
Oh, well, no, you want the... because there are 3 sides instead of 2 sides, you want 3 side lengths, so square root of x-axis distance squared plus y-axis distance squared plus z-axis distance squared.
So the square root of 0.5 squared plus 0.5 squared plus 9.1 squared
Yes.
for a straight line.
Yes.
Okay. Need to make a macro for that. Okay, how do you square root in Roll20? I'm working on it. If someone beats me to it.
I actually might have one in my old space game that might work. Let me double check. But yes, we're at least gonna be traveling for a while.
Yeah, it's gonna be at least a week probably until you join that hyperspace lane.
let's set course and roll.
I think I'm rolling the navigate. Beginning calculations. Navigation, space, or hyperlink for this leg of the journey.
Okay, I think the result is 9.12 parsecs. If you were to do a straight line.
Luke, sorry, did you require space or hyperspace?
It'd be hyperspace.
Beginning navigations. Navigations complete.
You see the calculations that you'd done, John Smith, all get altered.
Okay.
It's like the flicker board in the train station, but
Okay.
digitally.
How much trouble are you expecting?
I don't know. Pirates are always an issue on these things.
Anyone on the sensors? What's your skill level in that again, if you're just passively doing it?
14.
Sensors are clear. Ship moves pretty insanely fast.
Oh shit, that won't work.
It'll be about 8 hours to reach a suitable jumping point. Well, warping point.
All right.
Anyone
Well-
up to out for 8 hours on the ship? Other than flying.
I'm constantly watching everything, and so we're not in hyperspace yet.
No. It'll be 8 hours.
Okay. Then I will act. Just because I don't like people, I'm cloaking.
I do believe you need to be motionless to cloak.
Ah.
You
I'll
can
double
still
check that.
do it, but like I think your engines give off pretty vast signatures.
I will double check the cloak drive, but because I am so brain dead at the moment. But it doesn't matter.
Especially if you're using the fusion torch.
Why is there an invisible line of fire over there?
Someone making invisible lines of fire.
The cloaked fusion torch.
Ah. Sorry, I also am a bit brain dead right now, clearly.
Like an invisible plane and you can see the trails behind it?
Mm-hmm. But
Yeah.
So John Smith, 8 hours.
Okay. Yeah. I will set like the autopilot on a pre-designed course.
That's you, Tara.
Pretty much, yeah.
Roll me piloting, please. Tara.
One of the dupes, one of the dupe bunnies will just stand up, walk over, sit down in your seat.
Okay. So what I was rolling piloting for, and actually that should be 2. That should be 1 less. So it'd be versus 21, not a 22. For an IQ-based check, to like literally just set a course, and all the thing has to do is follow course.
Koi.
But
So you don't even need to pay attention.
The other, but she'll still walk over and sit down just in case.
And then I probably by this point set up some kind of link where like, I'm wirelessly connected to the ship, so through my HUD it's always kind of displaying a few bits of
Key information. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can easily have a thumbnail displaying front cameras and all sorts of crap.
Yeah, so like probably like one side of the HUD is literally just displaying a bunch of pertinent ship information right now.
Mm-hmm. And the HUD for the actual piloting display shows you all sorts of crap. There's lots of little cubes and triangles all in your vision, pointing out
Yeah.
distances in various amounts.
Yeah, when I'm not actually flying, I'm sure I just swipe that to the side, but
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we can go invisible in hyperspace. 'Cause it's on a
Everyone's
reaction drive, it's unusable.
everyone's technically invisible in space. And the FTL drives are still reaction drives.
But yes.
yeah. And then I don't know. I get a sandwich.
I guess drag us back down to the thingy.
Back onto the map. I keep bigger in the chat by accident. That's my bad.
Unknown human. It would be suggested that you remove your armor when moving about the ship, otherwise you'll continue to run into difficulties using the lift.
Angrel, you are muted.
Ah, sorry. That's why. He'll say, oh, thank you. I don't know where to leave it. Do you have any place?
As Mr. Smith described to you earlier, there are four bunk levels where only one room has been claimed.
I claim my room. I would have left it there. Can you see it?
Yeah.
It's probably just stood in the corner, right?
Yeah. He's most likely just grinding the X on the stand since he cannot hold it by himself without it. Oh well, he can, but not as with one hand.
You could leave it so like the suit is just holding the shield and axe as you step out of it.
Yep.
You like climb in and out of that thing from the waist.
When he's out of the suit, you can see that he is completely bald. Has fry carrier arms, like really, really strong-looking lifting arms, and he seems to be just very simple on what he does. He maintains his equipment and he keeps to himself.
Alright, I'm trying to get a facial scan and all the information I can on this thing while we're still in calm, not in our weird hyperspace bubble.
I'm not sure that there's much on him. What religion were you? Or are you, Angrel?
He would have been the part of the common religion on Soul, but he would have taken what did I do? Second?
I might find something with those rolls though.
Here we go. He has a
Yeah.
belief of what true ascension is for him and how he can achieve it for him and others. So
Sounds
he has
like
his ambitions.
you're probably some kind of neo-Catholic or Reformed Christian of some type.
He believes so, and that's why he was treated so unfairly. So he just left.
But so,
There is a reputation of his work as religious and mercenary. That's where he gets that bad reputation.
yeah.
Religion for his ideas and the way he proceeds to execute those ideas, giving him the nickname of the executioner.
He was excommunicated from a particular sect of neo-Catholics.
Yeah.
For brutality, sadism, and violating various treaties and codes of conduct and directives of the Reformed Neo-Catholic Church of Crusades.
Oh yeah, I'm dumping all of that in Mr. Smith's HUD.
There's a video of him just chopping heads off a bunch of dead people and stringing them up and like putting them in strategic places on his battle suit.
Where he can sit down or lay upon them, up to your discretion.
And this is why this construct wishes to vet all of the personnel that are getting on board, Mr. Smith.
You let me up.
You broke in. I simply did not turn on the. After negotiations, I turned back on the oxygen.
This unit, the construct, third person.
It's taking a bit of getting used to.
Yep. Jimmy Mac. Don't bother me.
Tara finds that it's taking a bit of getting used to.
Yes, there you go.
I'd listen to Jared read an audiobook of my life.
At this point, I pretty much just ignore everything you said and then
On this
stand up
day, he masturbated.
14 times.
I stand up and like, all right, I'm gonna get a sandwich. Anybody else hungry?
You get that same look as before.
I could use.
What are your requirements?
Provide me with organic matter, and I will be fine.
Any old matter will do.
There's a hydroponic bay.
I saw. I will be making use of it.
Free reign.
Not free reign of hydroponics.
I was gonna see you like walking around eating grass like a goat.
Ah!
Did you jump into it and deactivate briefly?
This construct can suggest giving him algae pastes.
Oh yeah, we got a ton of that.
Yeah, you grow more of that than you know what to do with. It spilled all over about 6 months ago. That made a right mess.
But yeah, Arala's just going to go and learn the ship. Walk around it. See what it's like.
Okay.
And I go to the galley.
Okay. Make yourself a sandwich. Print up some
Make a
bread.
sandwich. Yeah, grab a beer.
The units have cooking BTW.
Are we cooking?
No, step aside. Wow, I make a terrible sandwich.
A sandwich is pretty easy to make. I'd say it'd be like a housekeeping +2 or a straight cooking roll. So yeah, you make a pretty bad sandwich.
You like take a bite and you're like, blah. I don't think my
It's like-
girls are much better, but you know.
That was the algae paste, not the ketchup.
Yeah, apparently, and then I'll like put it in the recycler.
As Ural's walking past and it pumps out a cup of organic matter for him.
Mo, he's gonna gather like 25 pounds of it for later and then chemistry the fuck out of it.
Fucking nerd.
And then yeah, I'll have a drink, make the thing make me food.
There's a med bay. I'm pretty sure it's only got enough space for 2 actually injured people, correct?
No, I bought a bigger med bay. It's a size 2. It grows quite a bit.
Okay. I'll need to double check.
Uh,
Spaceships
I'd
is
have
the
to
book I
double check.
neglected to open.
Because our med bay is.
Did you remake that sandwich, did you say there?
11. No, I make the robot do it.
Okay. It'll spend a fair bit of time making you
Pretty
a nice
sure
sandwich.
making a sandwich is at least a +10 bonus for not being difficult.
Probably, yeah. +2 was a very low ball.
+2 is, for example, a driving role to commute to work in a teeming metropolis.
Oh, okay. Well, then he actually did ruin that sandwich because he only drove that
Mildly
far.
risky tasks that most people would undertake without hesitation.
Yeah, making a sandwich is only a mildly risky task.
You're not cooking it for Gordon Ramsay, you fucker.
It sits next to you watching you eat it with its chin and its palm.
I am sure I have gotten so used to this that I don't even notice and continue just watching whatever is on that screen.
Watch telly with you. Sometimes it comments on it. Sometimes it says things like, "We're having such fun, best friend."
I
Anyway,
just sigh and continue watching.
each room will have asked you your name at some point. What's your name?
John.
Hi, John. And then, yeah, so they just call you John, John. Hey, John.
These ones are
Nope.
new. I've only had them for about 20 years. The last batch got.
If they get close together, then they start interacting sometimes. They like have a little conversation.
Go super critical.
You swear down you saw a bunch of them with their ears entwined into some kind of robo bunny queen. There's all sorts of them scurrying about in vents. You definitely saw a skeleton in the vents when you were looking for a cigarette that you dropped once.
What do you mean? I just got on comms and hey, could you turn off the gravity in this room for a second?
Oh, yeah. Well, in that case, your cigarette and a couple of finger bones floated up through the grill.
In any
Sorry,
case.
what?
Finger bones. Knuckles. That happened about, a couple of weeks after you got the ship.
Yeah, so our double sickbay can operate up to 8
Oh, okay. Much better, yeah.
patients. Mr. Smith,
That's me.
this construct does suggest that we do hire on a doctor for your fragile nature.
Yeah, well, good luck finding a doctor worth having on board at that last station. We'll find one.
I'm gonna start poking about for doctors on at the next location we're going to. What is the next station? Could you describe where we're going? Could you describe what it is?
I need to look that star up.
Well, less about the star and more about, where in particular we're going.
It's not actually a human Solar Republic owned or run place in any rights. It's operated by an interstellar group of ETIs that kind of federated somewhat. They're not the ones that made contact with Sol. There is an extremely dense planet there whose inhabitants weren't able to leave it until they had first contact. And then it was given to them about 1,000 years ago.
Okay.
How much of a hive of scum and villainy is it? The place
Yeah.
we're going to specifically.
It's pretty hivey of scum and villainy.
On a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being shoot you as soon as you walk off the ship.
6.
6? Okay.
With
So,
obviously
rough,
Sol being 10 for if you lot stepped off the ship.
okay.
It was Sol, Terra. Yeah, if you step off on Terra's belly, she will bite the shit out of you. It's just that bunny kick that the cats do. You die.
All right.
But
Traveling?
that's because the natives, as it were, are super peaceful and are clustered entirely around the home world. And there is a gas giant that has been settled by scumbags, kind of religious outcasts, and has got illegal operations by various companies going off on it. There is also a predicted Navy presence there, but very small. Kind of watching rather than doing anything at minute.
Okay.
6 is like the perfect level to get a shifty doctor for the meat sacks.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. It's kind of the vibe of Cerium Station, but on a much larger scale and with better infrastructure and amenities. Because it's not just human scumbags that have been building there, and there's been scumbags building there for 10 times as long as humans have.
Okay. Cool. Well, let's go. Allons-y.
Anyone got xenobiology or anything like that, or know anything about aliens in particular?
No, and I got rid of my modular ability because I still feel like that's cheating.
Okay.
Nope, only know humans.
Only what I'd know from area knowledge and cultural familiarity.
Yeah, you know what they look like, but you can't remember what they called, unless you've got eidetic memory.
Can I do a research check?
I spent most of my life just being taught to kill them.
Probably, actually, yeah. They did defend themselves from the Sol on a couple of occasions. The Sol.
The Terrans.
Terrans. Filthy humans. Humans have got a bit of a reputation in the cosmos at large as being a warrior race. They are the warrior caste, pretty much. Most aliens are a lot more peaceful than us, but with the means to defend themselves still. Because they run into things like humans a lot of the time that don't take to reasoning. Prefer to shoot people. Make alien blood. Float about in 0G.
It's an alien.
Kill
Let's
it!
shoot it, then stick a stick in its ass.
All right.
But yeah, I don't know how long it's gonna take to get there, but
Well,
It's-
we go.
your first leg is 2.5 parsecs. So 16 days at FTL1. So once you initiate a hyperspeed, providing you don't have to come out of it, you will arrive in 8 days.
Okay. We will arrive to that other system in 8 days.
No, you will complete the first leg of your journey in 8 days.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You will arrive at the edge of the lane, the place where you think you might find some salvage in particular. I believe that was
Okay.
a plan.
Yeah. We do that.
During that 8-day period, I'm gonna send the girls down with a more
Give me a
with some better
hyperdrive
sensors.
piloting check, please. Whoever's.
That's you, Mr. Smith.
I'm on it.
Yep. You're fine. Entering FTL is weird. Very weird. Give me a HT check, please, everyone aboard. You may add talent bonuses or other justifiable bonuses.
Me also?
You don't need to roll.
Okay, I figured.
Talent Iter Trooper.
Mm-hmm.
It benefits crewmen.
Yep.
Yeah, crewman spacer.
Yep. Levels above base skill, maybe added as a bonus.
But you want HT, right?
Yeah, I wanted HT.
Oh,
It was just if your talent includes that, it's probably a valid talent.
Yeah, if your talent includes that, it's a valid talent, and you can add your level in the
oh,
talent as a bonus to your HT roll.
okay. So I would have been rolling against a 13.
So yeah, still made it by plenty. There are inertial dampeners on the ship.
Good ones.
You still feel like all your individual atoms have sheared apart as you hit that acceleration barrier. Like, you feel nothing as you're going 100G acceleration.
Actually, no, you still feel some of that.
Mm.
The initial dampeners cover. Let me double check. Most of it, but not all of it. I'm just double checking.
You probably don't accelerate at 100G. As a rule. But yes,
But yeah,
it's a very strange feeling. Did Angrel roll?
Oh, HT?
HT, straight for you. Maybe at a negative if this is your first time. Oh wow, success by 3. You made it. But you all feel it.
Okay.
Laser noises.
I mean, I guess during the
Is time dilation going to be an issue here?
I really don't
Nothing
want to
faster
do
than
that.
Are we traveling at 99.99% the speed of light?
You're traveling at many multiples the speed of light.
then who knows what the heck happened? So we'll probably best to hand wave that shit away.
Yeah, I am way more into the idea of just hand waving that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
The FTL drive converts.
It's 99.5% of all gravity is covered with artificial gravity.
Okay.
So there's that 0.5% that still gets through.
Yeah, you want to be strapped in. For sure.
Awesome.
When the jump happens. But this...
Entering jump.
Yeah. Countdown's probably nice.
Jump seats.
In 5, 4, 3, 2.
Yeah, there's that big hum as you get to like 2. And also any solar wind turbulence that you're still feeling as far out as you are wobbles the ship as it accelerates through up to those multiples of light speed. Need to work it out. You're traveling, what did I say, like... Oh, bollocks,
You
I
said
forgot.
many multiples. You didn't give us a number.
Parsec a week is
2.5.
normal.
You're traveling 2.5 parsecs in 1 week.
Okay. And we're going, what, 9 parsecs total?
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get through this first leg. Let's get to the hyperspace lane.
There's plenty to entertain yourself with on this ship.
Okay. Yeah.
But
I'm probably pretty friendly. I've probably noticeable that I've been on the ship alone for a while.
Mm-hmm. Shall we have another quick break?
If you guys want.
I mean, I'm good to keep going.
I can keep going.
In that case, I'll just
Same
mute
here.
myself on stream. You guys keep going while I go grab some liquid.
Okay.
Does your exoskeleton require or maintenance? I'm gonna ask the half robot. What was your name again? Ural or
Augural.
is it Augural?
Rawl, it's not an exoskeleton. He's a cyborg.
Yeah, because on the level you are currently on, the Vanguard 97 has a series of minifabs and a robotics laboratory.
I can take care of myself.
This construct was not suggesting otherwise. It was just informing you where you're currently located. Well, fine, I see how it is. Well, while you guys are during that 8-day period, she will gladly give you guys attention anytime you need it.
Angro will ask for something to eat if they're still in the kitchen.
Well, I think we're doing like an 8-day jump, so
Whoa.
just kind of basics of what's going on during those 8 days.
Would you ask Angro about his profile, his history you dig up?
Oh no,
No.
I'm a snoop, but I don't like letting people know I'm a snoop.
Okay, okay.
John Smith.
What can I do for you?
Your name is fake.
No, it's actually my name. He,
That was-
he's not lying either. Like if you
Interesting.
we've been having light conversation.
Okay.
Quick getting to know you.
I think a lot of the
Accusing
group
us
is
of using
anti.
fake names.
A lot of the group is antisocial.
Yeah,
You.
As he waits for you to stop talking to say his next sentence.
I'm sorry.
I was about to say something, then everyone else started talking.
go ahead.
Sorry.
Why are you doing this?
It's easier to. It's easy to stay out of the limelight when you're always on the run.
From
One's past. Possibly a major government organization.
there we go.
Yeah, definitely a major government organisation.
I just find it useful to know these things.
I get it. And how about yourself? What gets you into this line of work?
I happen to be naturally well suited to it.
I feel that. No need to pry. We're not gonna have to worry about anybody else being quite so inhospitable as that red guy in that last station.
No. We have a long history.
Yeah, he seems like kind of a dick.
A good description.
Keep an eye out for him. If he ever
And
comes
clearly
around.
an accurate description, as Angrol saw.
Sorry, can you repeat that? Oh, pardon, sorry.
And clearly an accurate description, as Angrol saw.
Hey, are you saying that with Angrel in the room, or?
Yeah.
He's just gonna look over. Interested on the conversation.
Yeah, and I'm gonna look over at you and be like, all right, what's your story?
I grew up in Seoul, just like a lot of us. Just on the outside, where there's not much but families and arms and religion. Lots of religion. Huh. Nah, they have to be wrong. Like he just continues to drinking or eating whatever he was drinking or eating.
Religion has become somewhat of a slavery.
Has become. Whoa, commentary.
All right,
What?
commentator. So, Angrol's great grandparents likely signed a contract with this particular group of neo-Catholics. And that's why Angrol himself was a neo-Catholic, born into a soldier caste of their hierarchy.
Okay.
He does seem to take religious matters pretty seriously.
His entire education was based around religious education.
Okay. I'll nod at the crazy fanatic, and then like, oh, would you look at that? I gotta go check something on the bridge.
There's nothing needed on the bridge, Mr. Smith.
There's something about our trajectory I don't like.
This construct is not seeing that.
I just keep getting up the ladder.
Angro will chuckle.
And then go fix the trajectory.
There's nothing wrong with it, you jerk.
Does that involve a cigarette?
Yeah. And probably a shot from a flask.
Fixing the trajectory would be no fun at all. It'd mean leaving hyperspace. And
Okay.
coming to an almost complete stop and accelerating again. I mean, it could be fun to do out in the middle of fucking nowhere. Of course, there's always the chance that you'll smear yourself across the galaxy.
Okay. Well, yeah. I just go up and have a cigarette and a drink.
All right.
So 1, 2, skip a few, J8.
Yep.
During that time, I would want to have scanned those boxes more closely.
All right.
Or maybe even, like, gone in with, as one of the... duping in one of the bunnies. Like, not breaking it open, but definitely seeing if there's, like, a hidden hatch or something.
No, they do seem to be the standard cargo containers, but they're pretty large. You know, the walls on them aren't that thick. You could fit a significant sized anything in it. It is powered. You can see. Some of them, most of them don't have very large power cells, because they only need it for the occasional lifting. But those two do have larger power cells. But again, they might be refrigerated or something that has to be kept super cold or super warm, which is possible.
Yeah, so I'm sure during the course of like my day, like every day, it's just like I wake up, I've got like an hour long like sweep of the ship, just a checklist of all the things that I check all the time. And then pretty much just fuck all for most of the day, and then another check at night.
Mm-hmm.
We have a
I'm like-
gym.
Oh yeah, there's probably a workout in.
I remind you every day to go to the gym. Your biology is not suited for this low gravity setting.
Run, you fat pig. Basically.
No, actually, I am a skinny twig. Like, I grew up in low G, so
Yeah, and that's why she keeps suggesting it, is because
oh yeah,
You need to bulk up some.
okay.
no, just so he doesn't get muscle atrophy.
No, his native is around 0.8. His muscles won't atrophy at those levels.
Yeah, just I grew taller because
There's
less
also
gravity.
medicines that you've still got a decent stock of that can prevent that.
Yeah, actually, I think I have some of those too. But yeah, like, yeah, probably a quick jog in the gym.
But yeah, alright. All I wanted to do is do a closer inspection of those boxes, otherwise I'm good with skipping.
Give me some kind of roll. Let me get to your sheet and see what you've got.
I'm probably just gonna have to roll a default search.
Yeah, search is probably where it'd be.
I do not have it, but I don't remember what it is. Let me try to pull it up
Perception
here.
-8 in this case,
Perception -8? Okay.
because of the high security boxes nature.
And that's with scanners
Yeah.
bonuses? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
They
nope, I can't
very
see them.
well shielded. Ambient temperature of the boxes does seem to be a minute level lower than the other boxes. They are colder a little bit. But that's about all you can pick off of them.
Do you have more work lined up after this mission?
Not in so much, but I usually find a job. People in low circles are constantly looking for someone of my means.
Feels like you get your 5-minute timer to leave in hyperspace.
Okay, yeah, I head back up to the...
You've probably got an hour timer and a 30-minute timer and a 10-minute timer.
head back to the bridge.
Whoop.
Perform a scan before you make any further actions. See if there's anything to be salvaged.
Yeah, I think typical practice is to leave hyperspace, immediately cloak, immediately scan.
Yep. Pretty much.
You're still traveling at a good 2 kilometers per second when that happens. And you are essentially invisible to most, even sophisticated scanners. Give me that search check.
Well, want to be scanning?
Well, yeah.
Sensors. Sensors.
Whoop, whoop. Yeah, you do pick up a bunch of things, John Smith. You're a good 1,000,000 kilometers away from the outermost reaches of that lane still. And you've got that
Okay.
one highlighted on your map screen showing. And there is indeed a long smear of tiny flakes of debris stretching alongside
Okay.
this thing. Definitely getting bigger in the direction that you're already heading.
How fast can we get up to using maneuvering thrusters?
Pretty fucking fast.
Okay, yeah. Instead of using the plasma torch, I will keep us invisible and.
You'd still show on sensors,
Oh, do ya?
at least to some extent, yeah. But
It's
what you aren't
anytime
detecting.
we use reaction. It's anytime we use reaction engines or weapons, we show up.
Mm-hmm. So you can carry on in a straight line. In fact, no, you could make some slight adjustments, maybe.
I mean, maneuvering thrusters are generally just like bursts of air.
Yeah. Uh-huh. You can do that. You're venting the piss and shit.
It would be non, but yeah, it would be something so
Like compressed O2.
because energy intensive stealth system that makes the vessel invisible. Division and active and passive imaging sensors. The vessel can be detected if it fires weapons or uses a reaction drive. A spacecraft using cloaking device is at a -10 to be detected by sensors. During space combat, cloaking drives are activated when power is allocated to them.
There you go. So yeah, something could still technically detect you, but do you know the range on your scanners on your ship?
We have advanced scanners, so
So
Clear.
Yeah.
There is nothing but the debris. Definitely nothing showing signs of movement or reaction drive signatures.
Oh, okay. Then in that case, we'll just burn off over to it.
Alrighty.
and we can move, yo.
Oh yeah.
Luke, it occurs to me now that I forgot to purchase vacuum support racially. Mind if I quickly do that and just lower a couple of my skills?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
I thought I'd done that because I looked up GURPS vacuum effects, but I thought, oh, those are really minor.
They aren't that bad. You can survive in a
Actually, wait,
vacuum if
never
you're
mind. I already
sealed.
have vacuum support. It's called Regeneration Fast.
There you go. It's like a gross vacuum support. As long as you don't hold your breath. Do you even breathe?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, let's head over.
Head on over. The hyperspace lane, as you get closer, does give off a fair bit of static. There's huge gravitational like wakes that come blasting off it whenever something goes past.
Okay.
So your scanners kind of go fuzzy, and even in a couple of instances, in the like 4-hour trip towards the big clump of potential salvage, You
It
get
would be interesting to go tubing on those gravitational waves.
Interesting would be a word for it.
Sorry, I said that in character, but it wasn't in character.
noted.
Oh,
Shall we prepare for exploration?
yeah. End goal, end roll. You better get your gear on. We're approaching.
I was waiting for this. And then he's just gonna go straight up to his room to get all set up. Very excited.
You get within a few thousand kilometers and you spot some pretty big chunks. It looks like a potential collision between two vessels, and there's some big bits left.
Okay. Kind of keep an eye on the scanners as I'm.
Still nothing moving at all. The biggest piece is about the size of your ship. Might even still have pressurized sections inside it based on the scan.
Okay. Cool.
Well,
Yeah. Let's
depending on the
go
age
check.
of it. But it seems to be Sol shit. Fairly recent.
Okay. I mean, I have to imagine that the biggest piece is going to have the most intact.
Fuel cells, materials,
Yeah.
bodies
Like
with cool shit on them.
Is there
Yeah.
anything still up and whirring, like electricals or anything, or is it all dead?
Give me another sensors check.
All right, where did it go? There's my character.
Yes. There is power in that large chunk and in a
Why
chunk
didn't-
about 30 meters away from it. Oh, wait.
Oh
No, you didn't roll it. I saw the one from before. Never mind. You didn't hear that.
Unable to detect.
I mean, I am also
On the
keeping
sensors.
an eye on the scanners and sensors.
Yes, there is
Aral
some
will
power.
attach his air tank.
You success by 1. Mm-hmm.
Oh, Luke, could you shrink this my drone's token?
Aha, yes, where are you?
Bottom floor.
New. It's tiny, right?
That's about good.
Why? Let me reassign it. Has it got 360-degree vision?
No. Actually, it's got tunnel vision.
Tunnel vision. What is that? What angle? Do you know?
Moment.
I think it's the hex in front of you, and then it spreads, like, narrowly.
Not quite.
Oh.
90
60
degree?
degrees is the total. 60.
60. I forgot what I was doing. There we go. Oh, well, I forgot how to do what I was doing. That should be right when we go to a new page.
Right, thanks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sending any guys, by the way. I'm just booping into Mr. Smith's sensor array again. Or I'm Cortanaing it.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not talking to you or Cortana. Oh God.
Cortana, order 2 tons of creamed corn.
Let's hope that didn't work.
No, I have headphones.
All right.
Apparently,
Just
when
have to
the
shout louder.
so just really funny. Aside, when Xbox was doing a press release with the Kinect, our friend was actually a player. Ringy was watching on his TV, and it was like they were doing the thing, and they're like, you can even turn off your TV with the voice commands by saying Xbox, turn off TV, and his TV just went boom.
Oi, this screen.
Cool. So, am I able to find like an airlock to attach to, or
Mm,
And remember, we do have a tractor, so if we need to move things around, we can.
is it like, can I find a place to get close to?
you wouldn't mind moving some things to get really close. You think you could actually form a seal, and then you wouldn't ever have to depressurize. The easiest option would be to park about 50 meters away and just spacewalk across.
Yeah, let's do that. I don't want to waste too much time clearing debris.
I'm just setting up a map because I neglected to do that.
It
And
might
then,
just be a short.
I have.
We could save it
I've,
for.
I've got. Oh, but if you'd rather save it for next session.
Well, it's we're getting close to the time we usually end. We like for longer sessions, we usually end at like this time, maybe plus 30 minutes.
That is true.
I'm good with going on.
Yeah, I can keep going.
Okay, cool. I was just.
Luke's got a bunch of days off. He can keep going, right?
Yeah, and I've got a map almost ready. I just need to change the dimensions.
Okay, and then I am alone in the cockpit, right? Or on the bridge.
Maybe I'm not on that map right now. If that's how it looks, that's how it is. As
Yeah.
long as no one moves
Okay.
themselves in the next 10 seconds.
There's some bunnies up there with you.
The bunnies are okay. I change clothes.
It takes
Oh,
3
they're probably
seconds.
They're probably gonna make it known.
Ooh, John's naked.
I don't get naked. My clothing turns into a vacuum sealed suit.
We saw John's John.
Oofed. I just left roll 20. Ah.
No, just like in the matter of 2 seconds, like
Technical difficulties.
my hat and goggles or glasses become a helmet, and the rest of the suit becomes something else.
Mm-hmm. Morphware. It's like Transformers shit.
Yep.
TL11 cyber suits. They kind of just hit the market in the last 5 years, and they are all the rage. Everyone's got their own. Because you can customize it as well. It's pretty much like there's, Minecraft skins websites for your cyber suits. All the spacers have got cyber suits because they think it's cool. And it is. It's pretty fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Alright, technical difficulties resolved, I believe. We can do without dynamic lighting for walls at least, can't we? But shall I leave your vision on?
Sure.
Whatever you want.
So's spacewalking across.
I am.
It's 30 meters.
I'm sending a dupe over, but yeah.
And
I mean, in James's.
Angrel, are you
so.
gonna spacewalk?
I don't think I can spacewalk with this one.
That
Is it
battle
sealed?
suit is indeed sealed, I'm pretty sure.
It's just gonna be
Okay.
funny watching him free fall this.
Yeah, you've got sealed and vacuum support and an air tank.
Okay. Then I should be able to follow up.
Do you have free fall?
No.
Yeah.
It's gonna suck. It's
You
30
could die. A
minus-
failed free fall check can murder you.
In this situation,
Well-
it really could if no one saved you.
Should I just wait? What could be an option here?
Just
Ask
do
someone
it.
to affix a
the-
line.
Yeah.
Really, the question here is, are you going to be the brave man who doesn't want to lose face and not tell us that you can't free fall, or is survival more important?
Oh dear God! You just push the buttons. He's gonna go free fall and put all his fate on his god.
Okay, I just need to double check what the penalty is for crossing a gravity threshold of 0.7g. It's in Ultratech.
Rawl will affix a line to himself. Do you want Spacer?
That might work.
It wouldn't be major crossing this much gravity. That's what happens when vomit comets do their thing.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't be dangerous unless we're getting to like several multiples of Earth gravity. AKA pulling G's.
Yep. Straight
I'll allow you guys
DX
to
roll
use space.
or crewman spacer. I'll take it. Yeah.
I'm going to.
It's
know
Ultratech
what I-
79, by the way, in a little box crossing a gravity gradient.
Yeah, I was wondering what would I need to roll to be able to just get a lock on them with the tractor just in case.
On the
Is that gunner?
people's. Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
it's gonna beam. But you'd just be aiming for now.
Yeah, but that's what I am doing. The me on the ship is doing. I'm just aiming the tractor
You'd
at
be
them
using
just in
beam
case.
weapons.
Yeah.
Yeah, gunner beams.
No, beam weapons.
Yeah, but it's a gunner. Because it's a
Oh, that's...
big.
What the hell? They split guns and beam weapons, but they put them both into gunner?
Well, gunner's got a bunch of different specialties for types of guns, and beam weapons is one of the specialties.
Yep. You have to specialize still for projectile type for gunner.
I see exactly what you're saying, but yeah.
So it looks like Ural floats across for sure
With a tether.
with a tether, affixes it. Very high
Yeah,
powered
and he doesn't take
electromagnet
his
problem.
scout drone because he forgot that it's it does air, not space.
It's this kind of tore up hole of a corridor in front of you.
I want to see if our big guy gets across.
What do I need to roll?
Free fall.
Free fall.
Yep.
Oh, you want free fall as well? Okay.
I don't know what that defaults to though.
Probably gonna be like dexterity minus 6.
Free fall is DX -5 or HT -5.
Same for me.
Roll HT for me straight up, please, Angrel.
Success.
Success. Yeah, I think that's your... No, it's probably not your first time in 0G, but you're all right as you transition into it for the first time in a while.
But he's kind of, is he kind of listing off?
Yeah, he's holding onto the tether, but he just starts spinning around it. Like a Bart on the washing line in that episode of The Simpsons.
Whoa, whoa.
Exactly.
Whoa.
No, fuck it. This is funny.
So is this a giant structure that we're in a hole in?
It's clearly part
Are
of a
we on
much larger ship.
Are we on a new
Ural will
map?
affix his tether to it.
But there's an empty open corridor in front of you, and you can see that about 5 meters in, there is a sealed airlock door. And I can
Okay,
drag
so-
you across to this map now, I believe.
So we're just watching Ev spin around. This is great.
But yeah, Ev is spinning around behind you.
Whoa.
It's a very narrow corridor. Only, like, just 2 yards wide.
Come over here, Ural will say on LAN. I assume that's a thing in a high-tech society where you have ubiquitous HUDs.
Yeah, you've had 8 days. You've had like 9 days by now to sort that out. I'm sure you nerds would have.
There's a communication deal set up, I'm sure. So, does our friend miss the hole?
He's still swinging around. Roll me HT again and then a DX, please. Angrel.
Sorry, DX and then HT?
Yeah, both.
Fail both by the same amount.
As you're spinning, the acceleration that you build upon yourself gets a bit too much, and then you try and shuffle along the rope and you let go and slingshot yourself off.
Oh.
I go catch him.
It's moving at about 6 meters per second.
I can
In-
jump off this wall at 7 meters per second.
In 4 seconds, he will collide with a piece of bulkhead.
Alright, can I catch him before that happens?
Grab the rope.
You grab the rope.
No, I can't grab the rope. I'm already on the other side. I'm saying that's an obvious solution.
Well, Ulrig. Angrel is.
What do you need me to grab the rope?
No, I'm saying that John Smith can grab the rope.
Have you got maneuvering thrusters?
I do, in fact, have 2 hand thrusters.
Yeah. What is the skill for that? Probably just more freefall.
More freefall.
Yeah.
Freefall or aerobatics.
Yeah. I'd take either. Aerobatics, really? Spaceobatics.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I don't even have any points in the skill, but...
Yeah. You just sigh and jet over there. Stabilize him. Stop the rotation. Just
How
before he
many
hits the bulkhead.
seconds did I have to burn those thrusters?
3 seconds.
3 seconds?
Yep.
Okay.
And then it's another second to get him back.
I've got 60 seconds worth of thruster. So... spent 4. Okay. So I've got him to the hole now.
Yep.
I just start laughing like, not much of a spacer now, are you?
I'm new to the whole space thing. More of a fighting type.
Well, hopefully there's gravity on board.
There is an airlock.
Doesn't always mean gravity.
What sort of technology is it? Can we look at it to see if we know how to operate it?
Yeah, it's human technology.
What TL?
TL10.
Oh, right, that's mine. Crewman?
Yeah.
Ural will try to get it open. And does that jet us over to the map?
Have I still not jetted you over to the map?
No.
Whee!
Okay. That's the door you'd be trying to get open, unless maybe the small one.
I can't see anything.
You can't see anything. That's my bad. Can other people see things?
I
I've not assigned your token properly. You see now?
I can see now.
Let me
I can
just
see clearly now.
Yeah.
make that associated with your sheet.
I
Aha.
can see clearly now my token is associated.
Yeah. All right.
Mm-mm.
Have you ever seen the advanced lighting?
Oh, god damn it.
You deleted the wrong one.
Was that the
The
airlock?
door, correct. It displays an error message. Which languages do you speak? Kyperian and Solar Common?
Outer Kyperian, Itar, and Human Common. Solar Common? Okay, I'll read. Yeah, those three.
Not Solar Common. Not any of those three.
Luke, I have got that ridiculous list of translator programs that we never discussed languages on.
Okay, yeah, this works. We want them. It's essentially an alien language.
What's the language called?
It is. I'm just getting to it.
Seboida Sapien?
Yes.
Legit?
Yep, legit. Seboida Sapien.
All right, what's it say?
Access denied.
Oh. Well, I will relay that. It says access denied.
The language isn't technically Seboida Sapien, but it's spoken by one of them, and that's where it's listed on your translator program as.
Okay.
Are you any good at breaking and entering? Or should we try to keep this intact?
I mean, I don't know that it matters much either way. Hey, Construct.
Yes, Mr. Smith.
Hey, you want to take a look at this lock? See if you can...
Is it, is there a computer uplink?
Is there a computer up?
There's a cable jack. Anyone got a TL10 cable jack?
No.
Ural has TL10
I
tech,
have,
but it's not the same type of TL10 tech.
I mean, I got myself a, oh, where is it? So many, cable jack, infrared, air, radio, if any of those would be able to get me.
Oh yeah, you can use radio on it.
Alright, I don't have lock picking, so I will have to default on that.
Just
Or
give me
encryption.
a maths, applied mathematics,
Applied mathematics, I got that.
cryptography.
Oh, I got cryptography, I can do the crap out of that.
Have you got? Are you quantum? Is your computer quantum?
James?
My computer is not quantum. No.
8 out of 16.
She is living in a complexity 9 micro frame.
It's like the bare necessities of what I need.
There is a quantum of computers, though.
Well, okay.
Boo.
It actually, I keep forgetting that because it's a dupe. It's whatever connection he has, but I bet it's got radio or Wi-Fi,
Yeah.
basically.
I've got.
The 2.46 gigahertz wireless signal.
Yes, but I made it by 8 on cryptography.
Yeah, you start doing it. You know, you've got a progress bar. Estimated
also
time
have-
remaining 1 minute.
Enhanced time sense, if that helps at all.
Not
I don't know
particularly.
if it would. Not in this instance.
But yeah, a minute. And make me a scanners check, please.
Well, I'm busy and I don't have compartmentalized mind, so that would be someone else.
How long will this take?
You probably all see the progress bar.
I will be right back. Ural's gonna go grab his scout robot.
Just hop back across and back again.
I'll get the shield and axe ready, just in case something bad pops out of that place.
By the way, Luke, I can't see. If you want to give me like vision on, like drag something in there, or just
I think you're currently like
Give
floating
her
and
vision
being
for
very ill.
Altai.
I thought you already stabilized me and pushed me in.
No, that like you're like space sick for a while.
Okay, so I'm gonna stand back then. I thought you.
Oh, you're not standing. You're like literally floating.
I'm just gonna float and paste in. I'm sorry, I'm having a little bit of a issue with the physics.
I can give you a unit for vision.
yeah.
That alright?
Duplicate Altai, maybe. I think it represents a drone well enough compared to the other things we have.
I'm just gonna drag her to the other end of the thing because I got what you meant to get sensors.
Mm-hmm.
I can see them through the walls. They're probably long dead, desiccated. All Indiana Jones pop out at you, but they've got no skin. And they make a weird noise.
The
It's
door,
kind of scary.
the door slides open, and there's a rush of air. Bless.
I magnetize my boots and grab Angral, and then
mean,
just start walking.
Most power suits have mag boots.
Yeah,
No, I had to get mine. I had to buy mine.
I said power suit.
yeah. The battle suit that.
He has mag boots, they're saying.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll activate.
Now close that door.
Give me a
Cycle the airlock.
battle suit check, please.
Of course.
Alright, I'm gonna see if my tea water's ready.
I just want to make sure you've got it all set up properly. Yeah, you have.
Pretty sure that's just called tea.
Yeah. And then we climb in the airlock and close it.
Do you repressurize it?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, why not?
It's kind of all cram in there. It's a bit tight. Definitely stepping on each other's toes a bit.
Do we like break into a gravity field or?
Yes, as the room pressurizes, it slowly transitions to 0.5 G.
Awesome.
And in fact, no, it goes all the way up to 0.9 G.
Ooh, heavy in here.
Ural will try to cycle the door.
It cycles open for you.
Hello? Anybody?
And they'll
know?
take a couple seconds of movement. Eh!
As
I
you
heard
step
noise,
forward,
I saw movement.
you see it, and it is pointing a gun at you. And it
I also
trills.
have a gun.
Translation?
Oh shit, they're probably scared to death of him.
I do not have, or this construct does not have translation protocols. I actually should have bought them before the game. I forgot.
The
Dude,
ITers are returning.
Wait, what's it say?
The ITers are here.
Are they
No,
saying
no,
in
no,
their
no, no,
language?
no.
Or-
Well, in fact, no, they don't call them ITers. They call them, like, scourge bastards. It's a scourge bastard!
Lower your guns. Lower your guns.
Who's that?
You're all.
Who's there?
The Flatlanders are coming.
Hello. We saw your ship here.
Stay back!
Whoa, 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 whoa! We're here to help you.
Careful there.
Actually, I gotta be honest.
Is that thing trying to be stealthy at all?
No.
What is that?
They're still speaking their language?
Yeah. Ah.
What race is
Ural will
this?
say in Iter,
These are
not your enemy.
Ciboido sapiens. That's the human designation for them, anyway.
Hello, Sapoido sapien. Because I'm gonna. So how does I can? Sorry, I'm having brain farts. The translation protocol, the translation programs I have,
Yo.
do they also translate the audio out or just the input in? I'm trying to remember.
Work both ways.
Okay. Hello, this construct is here for a salvage operation among my meatbag compatriots.
Hey, hey, hey!
Did they understand Ural's Iter?
No.
There's probably not very good translation programs for that. Or not many people speak it, because the most of the time when people speak it, they end up getting itered.
These guys don't respond to that. There's an ITer with you.
I've decided the
yeah.
official term is coming ite.
I.
I.
Apparently, this iter has been pulled from the hive structure, or whatever the correct terminology is. And we've hired him as a combat specialist.
So you come to kill us?
No, we had no idea you were here.
Are you stranded?
Yes.
Oh, and over that radio link, can I
One of them says, "Shut up."
send the translation program, like the link to download to everybody?
What's the complexity?
Yeah, complexity 5.
I can handle it.
Start lagging.
Do you
Yeah,
need
this
emergency
translation program is unfathomable.
Yeah, really
Sorry,
handy.
just had to say that.
Man, they are really handy story tools.
Take
You
off your
just speak
masks.
it. I check the breathable atmosphere real quick.
What were you acting about? I just seen that roll.
He didn't
We're
really
not
know
here to
if
hurt you.
hurt you or not. He didn't know if that was the truth, so I guess he rolled it just in case.
Just
Kind of a half truth.
okay.
Because they asked if we were here to save them, and I said, yeah!
Ah. Yeah. Assistance would be appreciated. But take off your mask, please. Big one. Prove not iter.
Is the air breathable?
Yes, the scan is showing.
He'll just hustle the shield and the axe and just as he shows his human head with a helmet off.
And while he's all distracted doing that, and I'm standing behind him, I am gonna morph to my... just the helmet off. So, I am now wearing a hat and sunglasses.
There's quite thick nanomaterial laminate pipes strung from the ceiling. In fact, it's pretty warm in here. It's quite steamy as well. And as you show your faces, this one hops across, holding onto the ceiling, and then pauses here, still kind of pointing his gun at you. Semi, not right at your faces, but at the floor in
These
front
guys
of
look
you.
like they fit. Have I had one of these in my ship before?
Possibly. They definitely fit
could
better
you-
than humans, but they're not the exact
Could you describe
design.
them? Like, could you show a picture or describe them or something a little bit better? Because all I see is like.
Okay, so
Okay.
they're slightly shorter than humans on average. They're like 5 foot tall to 5.5 at the maximum.
Okay, so they'd actually fit worse in the ship. Okay.
Yeah, they're a bit too short for it, really. They quite commonly with the Squama sapiens, the lizard men, because those are only slightly shorter than these again. I'm being a bit crinkly. Say,
And they got big long tails.
One of them speaks out a translator into Solar Common. It says, Ita, you friendly?
More than my kind.
Eat. Frixel. Frixel?
I grow organic matter and process that.
Where you go?
Coordinates. Blah 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 blah.
Someone steps out into this corridor wearing a cyber suit.
I already saw them because of my drone.
Yeah. Did you catch them? Yep. They weren't being sneaky, so you would have most likely glimpsed them down that corridor. But he'll pull his mask back to reveal that it is a lizard person. Wearing a little lizardy cyber suit. Probably figured it out, 'cause otherwise it would have been a child.
Rawl will sub-vocalize. Do we kill them?
No. What happened here?
With
But I guess
salvage, too. I am the doctor. Or I was the doctor.
Oh, hey.
Speaking solar coming out of his own mouth. I am the doctor.
And you were on a salvage mission, salvaging the ship?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Eiter, come.
Oh. That's probably not so good.
Hey, look, just a quick aside. While this conversation's going on, I'm gonna start moving crap out of the way of the ship so we can get an airlock.
Okay, give me a gunner beam.
But we can keep going on this. I just figured I would let you know so you're not blindsided. Retcon.
Yep. Thank you.
Alright, and I'm using one of my robots because they're better at this than I am when I'm inside them because of weird rules. GURPS is weird!
And then, alright, well, did you find anything worth salvaging?
You're in it. What?
What was that?
You're in it. This water reclamation plant. Still functional, modular. Broken off this ancient heap. Fusion reactor still running. Antimatter stable. Very old, but interesting, good, well-made human war tech.
Tow it?
Oh, through hyperspace? That sounds like a pain in the ass.
Yeah, you cannot tow it through hyperspace. You could
Beyond the
extract the
entire ship.
antimatter.
Ah, there we go.
Yeah,
That's
I
the
can
answer.
always use the antimeter on antimatter.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, tell you what. Since you found it, we'll take the antimatter in exchange for giving you guys a ride out of here. Now you've got the coordinates to the rest of this salvage.
You ever remove antimatter from a machine like this before?
Have I?
Yeah, I mean,
You got... Let me check.
I don't even know what this would be.
could I justify mechanic high-performance spacecraft?
You could default off that. About -4, probably.
No, I'm mechanic antimatter. Yes, I have.
You have mechanic antimatter, so yes,
Yeah.
you can do this.
Awesome.
Yeah, we can achieve it. No problem.
Unless it gets me to 17 again on my roll.
He grinds his big old teeth and he's like, ugh. Okay, you only take antimatter, everything else we can carry is ours, yes? How much space can you afford us?
Out of our 150 cargo, how much is left?
You've not taken
Tons of.
on loads. Did I say each of those crates were like a ton?
Ish.
I think about, yeah.
How many pounds in a ton? Is it 2,000?
Maybe?
Roughly a ton per crate, we'll say, yeah.
Yeah, because our total is 150 tons.
It's not
2,000
particularly
pounds.
dense material. So yeah, you've still got like 100 tons left, I think.
Yeah, I'll give him dimensions.
Alright, fine.
And there's food.
He licks his lips, he gives it away. He kind of like dribbles a bit. It's like, what food you got?
We can discuss that when we're not on a dying spacecraft. Is that agreed?
You got some spare vac suit?
Our ship is coming to dock. Or the Vanguard 97 is coming to dock.
Even better. Wait, where are you, Doc?
I'll point at the airlock.
He kind of frowns a bit. It's like, okay.
And then
How
I'll
long
look
ago? Continue.
No, go for it.
How long ago was the ITER attack?
Based on solar calendar we find in this human tech, like 6 months ago.
Did you slay any?
No.
Pathetic.
We were
No
not.
reason to be unfriendly.
We were attacked in force. 200 at least.
Well, in any case, we should probably ponder getting this show on the road, so tell you what, why don't you guys start collecting it up, and I'm gonna go check out that other hunk of debris. See if there's more salvaging over there.
I need an hour. 1 hour.
Great. Construct, as soon as you get the ship docked, make sure to get that antimatter hooked up. I'll be back in an hour, and then I'm gonna go. I want to make my way to that other.
Understood. By the way, Luke, I'm taking time on this flying because I'm not as good at it.
Alright, I'll allow it. I've turned dynamic lighting off. If it goes weird, you might need to refresh.
What's the bonus for taking time again? It's
+1 for every doubling.
all right. And how long would it usually take to do a docking sequence?
About a minute.
All right, then I'll just take max time. What's it max out at?
Like an hour.
Half an hour, unless you have the perk that gives you a longer duration.
So yeah, 30 minutes.
And enhanced time sense, that doesn't do anything, right?
No, that won't really assist you.
Okay, but what is that, a +4 then? Or
+5?
+5? Okay.
Yeah, so 30 minutes later the ship will be fully docked with a airtight seal, and you can equalize pressure if you want.
Yep, and then I'll send my dupes over for four robot dupes.
You might prefer to actually have slightly higher pressure than what they've got in order to prevent their dirty fart air leaking into your tasty air.
I don't care about how
Mix
things
the
smell.
farts. Yeah, let the farts mix. It's like
I
the
don't have a
spaceships are
nose.
kissing. Oh my god, Harry, you can't just say that someone's not got a nose. These guys swing
Okay.
about, grab some trinkets. A couple of them come back. In fact, I imagine you're exploring this place a little bit, aren't you?
Ural will explore while Altai follows the lizard.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the lizard will head like straight to this area where they've got a kind of shrine dedicated to the fallen set up. Looks like they got trinkets, scraps of clothes, some weapons that dead people must have had.
Yeah, and you said there was another hunk of derelict close by, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna make my way over there. I want to take a peek.
Alrighty.
No sense wasting this opportunity to look. Kind of useless with anything else.
Give me the free fall. You only need a second of burning to get there. If you're willing to take the longest time.
Yeah. I'll spend 2 seconds of burning to.
Get there twice as fast.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't know if you could do that. I think you'd have to spend 3 seconds of burning in order to
Oh,
slow
'cause
down
I'd have
enough.
to slow down. Yeah, yeah. We'll do that.
I mean, you can if you want, but it might hurt.
Nope, we're good. I've already listed second.
Make a nice landing on the underside of it.
Okay. Yeah,
It's not sealed, but it is powered.
Alright. I will take a look around.
It's full of holes.
Oh, and I am going to
Give me a search check, please.
actually do I. Oh wait, no. It'll add to the search. That's right. So this is the straight up search check. And then the ultra scanner using that adds something to it. You sure, like +6?
That'd be a crit then in that case.
A note from me and Ever: a HUD gives +1 to driving, piloting, and free fall just by virtue of being a HUD.
Aha.
Oh.
Nice.
By the by, there was my antimatter roll.
Yep, I see that. I think it takes a little while still to remove an antimatter fuel source.
Oh no, that's fine. I just wanted to give you the roll just so.
It's a very cool sequence. The lizard will still be watching over it. And when he sees the bunny, he's probably going to be just like, so this is how I die.
There's 4 of them.
I will greet my fate, Jakku.
And by the way, Luke, if this ends up being a named character, you should just take a picture from one of our logos.
+3, but that's still
I really
crit.
should. He is just a space kobold.
+3 to that search roll.
Sick. It's a TL10 computer. A microframe, I want to say.
Oh, okay. Can
Tower.
I?
Right? It's just a tower.
No, bigger.
Like the size of a server rack?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, 40 pounds-ish.
Yeah, there we go. Complexity something.
Can I claim it?
Have you got computer operation? What's the penalty for a tech level lower?
Should be -1.
Yes. Give me computer operation at -1.
Let's see. Oh, spacecraft, specifically craft. Okay.
Just computer operations, all I need.
Not a crit, though.
Yeah, it's still powered. You could in fact dislodge the whole thing, but you even identify where the individual peripherals and components are.
Okay. Yes.
It's probably one of the larger computer. It seems to mainly be a storage unit.
Okay. Well, I will claim it and
Write your name on it. We tip your
well,
penis.
for us, and I will. Was there anything else of interest?
Some old coffee cups. Branded Rose Sun.
Why not? I'll take a couple of those, and then yeah, I'll head back to the ship. I'll climb into our ship via the upper air duct, and that probably takes.
Oh,
me
you don't
about
want
an
to do
hour.
that upper one.
Well, how am I gonna get into the one that's sealed below?
You go to the very bottom. That upper one is dangerous.
Okay.
Yeah, the very top floor one is literally to access the scoop from
Okay.
the outside.
Show you the picture again, probably. Yeah, you probably don't want to go in on the top floor.
Okay. But yes, I will go back to the ship.
It's like just below that scoop, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is like Traveller Danger's chest. Slur Danger. The main robo dude in Pacific Rim.
Yeah, it eats up ambient antimatter and other gunk that we
Mhm.
collect and converts it to usable fuels. It's pretty gnarly.
It's not really scary unless you're moving at about 1800 meters per second. But it's still pretty scary when it's idle.
Just best to go in through the lower docks.
Altogether. Well, I am about crashing for GMing at least. My brain's aching a little bit.
You can call it here if you want.
But
Yeah.
Seems like a good place.
we can wind it
It's
down.
Yeah.
slow first game, but that's usually how they are. We are getting the bearings and feelings for each other. And then there's also Mr. Z over there who didn't make a character yet.
Oh, he's got pretty close, and I'm pretty excited to see him introduced. However it happens. You best not run away on me again, Z Warrior. You're a deal breaker for me. You might be asleep.
Yeah, you might have fallen asleep. But our wind down time. Wind down time.
Wind down time. So you're gonna get these guys back aboard the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just do a copy
And-
pasta job.
And I'll tell some of the units to make a basic meal for our guests.
Construct, where is this ship from?
Unable to answer that. I'm sorry.
Why unable answer?
I'm Space Russian.
Sorry. Space Russian. Hiss.
I'm sorry, and I'm unable to answer that. I can help you with other queries.
What is this cargo? Very secure.
It
Yeah.
was
Do not
Insufficient
touch.
data for meaningful answer.
yeah, pretty much. I'm not being cagey. I just don't know what the hell's in there, really.
As Mr. John?
Yeah, it's part of our job, and do not touch it.
You heard him. he says to his sapiens friends. Seaboido. The Seaboids.
Ural will also like kind of lift his gun up and then pop it back into his palm, making a bit of a noise there, like you do with your fist, but with a gun.
They aren't armed anymore, but they've brought the weapons aboard in a duffel bag. Alien duffel bag.
If you would like, we could prepare some rooms for you.
That would be excellent, thank you. You have cleaning, hygiene.
In your rooms. In the rooms.
Each room has an individual shower unit,
Excellent.
converted for human specifications.
Is Sonic?
I don't know. Is it?
Probably, I think, yeah.
Okay.
I think Sonic showers become kind of widespread at TL9.
Cool. Then yes.
Probably a mix of like sonic and gravitational technology to atomize dirt that's on you and suck it away. It might spray you with a very fine mist of water a couple of times. Or more likely a water sterilizing agent hybrid.
Your soap.
There's also nano machines that can clean you. It
think
probably
we have those.
it probably sprays those potentially if you TL11. It's likely spraying when you've got it in stock anyway. There's a bunch of brands out of Sol that do various ones. Grayzor, I swear by Grayzor nano soap.
And by the way, the
It
off
cleans your teeth for you.
restricted zones, the restricted zones are getting locked.
Grayzor shampoos, brushes your teeth, gets under your toenails, all in one mist and 30 seconds in the shower.
But then where will I reflect on my bad choices of the day?
Well, you're allowed in.
More time in the bar. That leaves more time for you to hang out with the girls, drink in the bar, throw your kids off the moon. And cut to a
Alright,
guy
well,
punting his kid.
I want to drag that computer up somewhere.
Oh yeah, your
Perhaps
computer.
next session?
Perhaps next session.
Okay.
Because that's why I'm digesting so hard, because my brain's going.
Can we just say that I get it somewhere? Possibly my bunk.
Yeah, and riding off that roll you made earlier, you
It's
can
gonna be a pain.
get it hooked up at least. But it doesn't really want to communicate initially. But you're looking at some strange alien language BIOS symbol. Well, not alien language. It's actually no, yeah. You narrow this one down to Solar Common, but it's extremely outdated. It's like Apple One compared to your Windows 10.
Okay, so we pretty much end the session with Wom.
Yep.
Computer start noise.
Bing. For you at least. That was James. We also had Everoth.
Hey, I hope you had fun today.
I did. I hope you had fun today. We had
Well-
Terra. Oh, did you have fun?
No. I was just gonna say, well,
You didn't
far
have fun.
in this new adventure. No, I just wanted to add up.
I'll try and give you something to get shot by in the next session for sure.
We don't always have to get shot at.
I know.
Yeah, but it's always like cinematic shit should always start like with a fight, really.
Space fight.
Yeah, space fight, exactly. You should have fought your way up and murdered Christopher Lee with a lightsaber.
I mean, I kind of like. I like the start.
It definitely
Yeah,
went smoother than Shards of the Void, which was hampered by being my first time streaming as well, though.
Mhm.
And
Sorry.
players that didn't want us to progress in a story.
Don't be mean. Tara.
Tara. I am Tara. I am falling asleep. That was me. Catch me next week with most of these dinguses for my game Fathom, where half of the party got sold into captivity by a bunch of fairies.
That's hideously accurate.
And yeah, catch us then.
Cool beans. We had the creepy Ita, Jared.
Hey, I'm Jared. Wasn't expecting to bump into my rival in the first minute.
I was. Thankfully. Oh yeah, Dorota. I love Dorota. He's sick. I have imaginations of him. He's pretty much Jared Leto as the Joker.
He's also kind of remade from an NPC I made once.
Yeah, as a cool reference there to something that probably only me and you will get. And lastly,
Fuck all the rest of you fuckers.
fuck the fuckers. Playing all those asterisks. Maybe asleep.
Maybe
Z
asleep.
Warrior.